First, let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zheng Kong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Dubden Tarji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today, the 1,000-armed, 1,000-eyed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Simu, Tanzen Katso, Tutan Siddhi, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma tutors, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon, everyone. How do you do?
你好，大家好。新早，感恩，萨瓦迪卡。I stayed.
These are all greetings in all different languages, in many different languages. And our VIPs today are the wife of Ambassador Daniel Liao, Dharma Sister Judy, former Chief Secretary of Taiwan Province, Mr. Zheng Peifu and his wife, the former from the Executive Yuan's office, Central Taiwan's office director, Ms. Su, former Council of Tainan City, Mr. Tsai, and from Jiayi, the Xinggang Guan Yin Temple, the abbot, the Venerable Si Yuanfeng, to the School Scholars Group and Medical Group, law advisors to the True Buddha Foundation, Dharma Brother Lu Wenxiang, Dharma Brother Luo Riyiliang, and Dharma Sister Huang Yuqin. From Hong Kong Chinese University, Professor Tan Weilun. A wood sculptor, Dharma Brother Jian. Mr. and Mrs. Zhu Jingsui, Miss Lu Sung Mei, Malaysia Datuk Mr. Lei Feng Yi, Datin Miss Zheng Mei Ting, and their daughter Miss Li Qian. And from Malaysia, Miss Kelly Lee. Wang Hong. And donation for meals, Dharma Sister Su, Dharma Brother Lan, all for 100,000 NT dollars. Dharma Brother Yi San Long, the Yibao Lechang Temple, 100,000 NT dollars. Dharma Sister Yao Huang Xiu Jin, 100,000 NT dollars. From Hong Kong, Li Xi, also 100,000 NT dollars. Thank you. Happy New Year. Today, in front of the Homa sensor or the Homa fire burner, there were 1,000 Dharma vessels made from papers. Ever since the pandemic started, every night I have been performing the 1,000 Dharma vessel bardo deliverances. Until today, I've been performing it for about 3.5 years. And never stopped, never skipped. From the Washington State in America, when I was about to return to Taiwan from Washington State, I asked if it's okay to not do the 1,000 Dharma vessel bardo deliverance, and the Golden Mother replied that I should continue performing it. There is no room for discussion or for negotiation. So I just do it. It's okay that that I would work harder, that we, spiritual cultivators, performing generosity or giving, should be diligent. We should be diligent in giving. we cannot slack off at all, when we cannot stop. So the 1,000 Dharma vessel Bardo deliverance seems to me would have to be done while I'm still alive. So I have to do the Bardo deliverance till the end of my life. So I personally have no skills. And I'm not anything remarkable. And there's nothing special, although my origin was out of ordinary. But all I have is my perseverance and persistence. Like when I write books, that's basically my perseverance. I write every single day, never skip a day. Like in my Dharma practice, I do it every single day, never skip a day. That's why I have said, while alive, we should be happy for the day. Living the day, we should be happy. Living a day, we should be grateful. And living for the day, we should cultivate spiritually. So therefore, I never rest. A few days ago, I attended the college reunion. College reunion from my class. And there were many classmates that came. Well, actually not that many. We had over 40 classmates, and there were 13 who came. Some have died. Some were sick. And those who didn't come, didn't come. Those who came, came. There were 13 of them and their family. And my classmate Zhu Jingsui and Mrs. Chen Zexia were the key people. Among the classmates. I remember for our class, my classmate, Mr. Zhu Jingsui, was first in class, right? He was first in class. And the leader was Mr. Yang Zhonghui. And because he got COVID, he did not come. And it's really quite touching because in 2 years we would have known each other for 60 years. 60 years. We've been classmates for 60 years in 2 years. And how many 60 years in a human life? Only one period of 60 years. So I invited all my classmates, ex-classmates, to come to Seattle in America and to have another reunion of the class 32. I had organized one reunion in Seattle before. And now, in 2 years, for the 60th anniversary, we'll have another reunion, and I don't know how many people will be left by then. Looking at my ex-classmates, they all have white eyebrows and their hair, some black because they were dyed. And they all have retired, except Grandmaster Lu. He cannot retire. He's still here, executing, working hard, living poorly. And no matter what, as long as you live for the day, you cultivate spiritually for the day. Living the day, you need to speak the Dharma for the day. We have wealth, we have Dharma wealth, we have a fearlessness wealth. And we also have loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity, the four immeasurables. The equanimity is equality in giving equally. And I give all the precious tantric dharma to all sentient beings. The thousand-eyed, thousand-armed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva all know about her origin, because Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva has the most affinity with sentient beings. If you made a vow, and you would have seen the thousand-eyed, thousand-armed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva came here. The one I saw came from the Kuan Yin mountain of Puli Nanto, the Fo Guang temple. The Fo Guang temple is nearby the Zhongtai Zen monastery. So the thousand-eyed, thousand-armed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva from the Fo Guang Temple came here. If you ever go to Puli, you can visit the Fo Guang Temple, and in it, they enshrine the thousand-eyed, thousand-armed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Didn't I say the other day when I closed my eyes and prayed to the Golden Mother, and I prayed to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, so they manifest a parasol. And as a result, and I said then, please take photos. The parasol's here. And they took photos with their phones. Normal or good photos will not capture the spiritual phenomena, but the broken or almost broken phones could take photos of a huge clear light, radiant parasol above the Taiwan Leizhong Temple. Did you see the photos? Yes. So what Grandmaster said, why, when Grandmaster said something, it really happened. Why is that? Because of my own diligence. Because my diligence moves the hearts of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. I wish, I hope that each and every disciple can be the same and be diligent. Like a bodhisattva, to give, to abide by the precepts, to have endurance and patience, and to be diligent, and to have meditative stability, and to have wisdom. The Bodhisattva's 6 paramitas, or 6 perfections. Each one of them have to be done with diligence, and none of the so-called slacking or laziness or indolence. Therefore, no matter what, every day you have to finish your homework. So what is accomplishing big work? As I have said before, when you do every little thing well, it's the same as doing a great thing. We are studying Buddha Dharma. We have affinity with the Buddha. So since you have affinity with the Buddha, you have to be diligent and always live amid the Buddha Dharma. So you need to practice Buddhism to learn the 37 enlightening factors. You need to be mindful of the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and also to cultivate the Tantric Dharma. And no matter what homework you have, they all have to be done with diligence. So today, I am telling you about the thousand-eyed, thousand-armed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. And that's because his deliverance of sentient beings, and he has the closest affinity with sentient beings. He discovered that sentient beings never decrease or never increased, and there was not one being more having attainment or one being less having attainment. So he started to slack off, and because he went against his vows, his whole body broke into pieces. And then Amitabha Buddha employed his Dharma power and constructed Avalokitesvara back, and he became the thousand-eyed, thousand-armed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. The thousand-armed, thousand-eyed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva has 11 faces. 11 faces. And the first 3 are the faces of a bodhisattva, and the left 3 wrathful faces, and the right 3 faces are the bodhisattva and ghost faces, and the back faces. And then the top face is the Buddha's face. So the front faces to represent the Ratna division, and then the right face represent the Vajra division, and then the left face is the Karma division. The back face is the Karma division, and the right face is the Lotus division. Anyway, you can check the BSN for details. And he had 1,000 arms and 1,000 eyes. So, like Grandmaster performing the 1,000 Dharma vessel Bardo deliverance every night. The one that touched me most, I fell asleep when I was doing it halfway, and the 1,000 Dharma vessels were floating around, just floating around in the sky. When I woke up, I saw the 1,000-eyed, 1,000-armed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, and his 1,000 hands are holding the 1,000 Dharma vessels from Grandmaster Lu's Dharma Bardo deliverance. So in that Bardo deliverance, I had the vision of the 1,000-eyed, 1,000-armed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva many times. And so every time I troubled him to take care of the 1,000 Dharma vessels. And from then on, when I perform the 1,000 Dharma vessel Bardo deliverance, I don't dare to fall asleep anymore. I felt remorse. I felt embarrassed. How could I have fallen asleep in the middle of a Bardo deliverance? Because I was just so tired. So I fell asleep. So the 1,000-eyed, 1,000-armed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva is one of the bodhisattvas that I revere most. Now we will do the Q&A. Question by Lianhua Ziqiang. am a disciple. I am a man. When I face external temptations, I can generally control myself, but I cannot control my own body. About every 7 days or so, I would violate my precept. Otherwise, I would be like a drug addict and feel horrible all over my body. This bad habit has strangled me. For years, I have tried many ways to stop it, but none of them worked. Please help me and answer my questions below. First, is this bad habit my own karma and habitual tendency, or is it caused by my own karmic creditor or demonic obstruction? Is it external or internal? 2. In your earlier books, you taught these two methods. In book number 133, My Supernatural Power, in an article entitled A Huge Black Spot on My Chest, you wrote about a practice called the practice of restraint and pacification of thoughts. And in your book number 52, Bits and Pieces of Zen Taste, in an article entitled The Dark Side of Sexual Desire, the practice of retraction. I've tried them both, but they didn't seem effective for me. Are they suitable for me? Is there any special formula for it? So about the book, My Supernatural Power, the practice of restraint and pacification of thoughts. As soon as a thought of desire arises, immediately apply this practice, and the fire of desire will be extinguished. I taught him to gather all the fire of desire at the sacral chakra and transform it into a red home syllable. Then move your chi to burn all your body and become a heap of ash. In this way, everything is gone, and in entering samadhi, you become completely cool. That's one pith instruction. In the book Bits and Pieces of Zen Taste, the article The Dark Side of Sexual Desire, the practice of absorption or retraction. Every time one feels a strong urge of sexual desire, which is the time when a man's production of semen is profuse, or when a woman feels the urge, or right before she's having a period, they would practice the following retraction. This sexual urge is unavoidable for a human being. It is a normal biological phenomenon. It is nothing strange. A strong long-term repression might not always be a good idea. Therefore, a Taoist practitioner should know how to practice this. Do this on the bed, in the auspicious position of lying on your right side so the heart is on top. The right leg is straightened and the left leg is slightly bent on top of it. Place the right hand by the face. Remember to lift up the anus, meaning to pull in the anus as if holding your bowel movement. Then do a complete breathing and visualize the inhalation, the breath to enter Dantian. As you exhale, visualize that the essence and vital energy are lifted from the tailgate up to the brain. Due to the complete breathing, the essence and the vital energy are absorbed and withdrawn. This is called the retraction of semen, can tonify the brain. Generally speaking, the precise, complete breathing accompanied by the lifting of the anus, performed 10 times, can transform the semen and qi to become nothing. The desire will also disappear. One will not have any desirous thoughts anymore. This is a practice where visualization, breathing, and lifting up of the anus are utilized together. If spiritual practitioners do not know this practice, how can they not wet their bed when sexual desires arises? In the darkness of sexual desire, the poor Buddhist celibates had become bedwetting monks. Since none of these two methods work for you, there's only one way left, is to get an injection from the doctors. I heard there's such an injection because there's some people that cannot control themselves. Such a convict of this kind of crime. That's what I heard. I don't know. Any doctors here? The allopathic doctors that can provide such an injection to eliminate all sexual desire? Yes. There is such an injection. Is there a bad side effect? I cannot hear it. Any microphone? Any doctors among the masters? There should be. After the injection, then they have no more sexual ability, so you would become Microsoft. Maybe they still have the desire, but it doesn't work. Microsoft. So in such case, they have to get injection every month. Any side effects? Not sure. What should we do? Perform the visualization of white bones. Many people have, everybody knows how to practice the white bone visualization. But the white bones can grow flesh on them. So at first they visualize the white bones, and then instantly it becomes the visualization of a nude person. Please don't say anything. I asked you before on the dining table, do you have desire when you see a woman? Yes. Then what kind of white bone visualization are you practicing? So that's contradictory. You said that you practice the white bone visualization. If it is effective to you, then you would not say yes. Now you still have the desire, right? But you still have the desire. So desirous thought is also pure what? Okay, let me tell you all. It's not that Grandmaster does not have any desire. Ever since kindergarten, I already have desire. Actually, ever since I was born, my mom and dad told me that little thing as a sleeping baby before even 1 month old. It was sticking up. And before even 1 month, it was facing to the sky. I heard my parents told me when I grew up, after I grew up, that I was a pig ever since I was born. Till today, I'm nearly 80, and frankly speaking, most Taoist practitioners would know that 60 years old, 60 years is like a period of 60 years. So when one reaches 60, they have no sexual life at all. They have no sex life. They are not allowed to emit. But today, I am class of 34. Oh, I was born in the Taiwan year 34. So after the new year, I would be 79. So, frankly speaking, even to 80s or 90s, if I live to be 90s, that's not what I meant, okay? If I live to be 80 or 90 or even 100, I said if, okay, if. Who knows, maybe I would die at 79. Ding ding, meaning dead. Master Dupton Dorji from Hong Kong, when he referred to dying, he would say ding ding. But as for me, it always faces to the sky. So that thing is always sticking up. So it's not that Grandmaster does not have any desire, because that thing is always standing up. But I never have any emission. When I was in my 40s, I had fruition in my non-leakage practice. And from then on, I never had any emission. I've never had any. That's my cultivation, that's my practice, that's my perseverance. I practiced for 5 years, 5 whole years before I attained fruition. Because I had this willpower that I had to have attainment in this practice, and I did after 5 years. That's the truth. And who can prove it? Who can prove that Grandmaster is non-leaking? Let me tell you, the non-leakage proof seated here, the Buddhas or Bodhisattvas are here too. And what I'm saying is definitely truthful. But can I bear children? When you're non-leaking, can you have children? Yes, you can if you want to. As long as you open, like the dam, the gate of the dam, and to let it leak, then you can give birth, you can have children. However, my gate to the dam has not been opened for so long that it has rusted. It's all rusty now, that even if I want to open it, I cannot. Therefore, I cannot have any children. So the question by this disciple, how can I answer him? Although I've spoken so much, I haven't provided the answer to you. I cannot ask you to have it cut. Then you would become a eunuch. What should we do? Why don't you practice the 6 postures, the Sakya postures, the 6 Sakya postures? The 2 eyes looking up, the tip of the tongue touch the upper palate, and press on the Adam's apple. Exhale out the upper chi, lift up your anus, and pull in your abdomen. And retract your forelimbs. The way I did it when I was young, when I feel this sexual desire, I would take a cold shower. Every time I feel a sexual urge, I would take a cold shower. That night, be brave and take a cold shower and to extinguish your fire. And if that doesn't work, buy some ice cubes and place it on your head. And if it still doesn't work, then the Bodhisattva 6 perfections, one of them is the endurance paramita. So you endure your semen. So let me tell you one thing. Man and woman, because of the consciousness of the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind, and alaya. Those are all habitual tendencies that came from your own body. It is habitual tendency from your past lives that appeared. It's not that you don't have desire, but if you can endure it, then you can be like Grandmaster. And you practice the lifting, 2 eyes looking up, a tongue, tip of tongue, press on the Adam's apple, exhale out the upper chi, pull in your abdomen and lift up your anus, and pull in your forelimbs. And if that doesn't work, take a cold shower. If it doesn't work, take some ice cubes and perform cool visualization. And if those still don't work, and I don't know, I have no other ways. These are all things that I have done. That's my methods. When I was studying in college, I could do it. I could do all those when I was in college, when I was still in college. So to endure your semen, it's a play of word of Chinese, so you hold on to your semen. I've told you so many ways, and it's if they still don't work on you, then I'm sorry. As a Buddhist practitioner, the most important thing is your willpower, your determination and perseverance. If you have them, then you can achieve this little thing. If you don't have the willpower and determination, this you will not be able to do even this minor thing. So the endurance can be applied to holding on or enduring the semen emission. Every 7 days or so. That's too much. This is really bad. So I'm telling this disciple the perfection of holding on your semen, using your willpower and determination. So the fifth instruction or the key formula is to use your willpower to stop it. Sometimes I think as Buddhist practitioners, we talk about the real phenomena. What is the real phenomena? Emptiness. If you can visualize it to be empty, we often talk about sunyata visualization. How do you chant the sunyata mantra? Visualization of emptiness. So you can visualize it to be empty. I often think of dead ashes, but it cannot be entirely that because that would be nihilism. So you visualize it to be empty. Actually, all phenomena, once at the hall over there, I wrote, all phenomena, all appearances, according to the Buddha, are no phenomena, are not phenomena. All phenomena are illusory. Therefore, the Buddha also said, treat the older ones as your mother. The younger ones as your own daughter. And those at the same age as you, as your sisters and brothers. the older ones as your mothers, or at the closer age as your siblings, and the younger ones as your children. If you still have sexual desire toward them, then you're an animal. The Buddha once stated that, right? That to treat the older ones as your mother, and the ones at the same age as you as your siblings, and the young ones as your daughter or children. That's how I think. That's what I thought. Now we'll talk about the Vimalakirti Sutra, and I will make it quick. What time is it now? So inside the precious parasol, there is the vast and lasting one appearing at the center. And even the 3,000 great thousand worlds are inside the parasol. There's Mount Meru. Mount Meru is the Buddhist cosmic view of a small thousand world with Mount Meru at the center. That's the Buddhist cosmology. At the center, Mount Meru. And then 4 continents and 8 subcontinents, and the fragrant ocean, and then surrounded by the Iron Gate Mountains. That's the Buddhist cosmology of a small thousand world. So the Mount Meru was inside the parasol, and the snowy mountain too, which referred to the Himalayan mountains, covered with snow all year round. So the Himalayan mountains are in India, Nepal, Tibet, Bhutan. So the snowy mountain refers to the Himalayas inside the parasol. And Mount Muzhen Lintuo. Nobody knows about this. What is this Mount Muzhen Lintuo? Muzhen Lintuo is the name of a dragon king. There was a dragon king living inside this mountain, and his name was Muzhen Lintuo. So therefore the mountain was called Mount Muzhen Lintuo. And Mount Maha Muzhen Lintuo. What does that mean? That's a great Muzhen Lintuo dragon king. So an even bigger dragon king. So the mountain where he lived is called Mount Maha Muzhen Lintuo. And what is fragrant mountain? In Buddhism, it was mentioned the fragrant ocean, and the mountains inside the fragrant ocean is called the fragrant mountain. And what is the treasure mountain? The mountain with minings. Many mineral products or precious jewels, gems. And what is the gold mountain? Mountain made of gold, or the gold inside the mountain. And some people say that's the Mount Zijin. The purple gold mountain in Nanjing? In Nanjing? Is there? That's the name of a place. So the gold mountain should be the mountain where there's gold underneath or inside it. So it's called Gold Mountain. And what is Black Mountain? When we recite the Siddhikarbha Sutra, the Black Mountain was mentioned. The Black Mountain is close to the Iron Gate Mountain. There's some hells that are inside the Black Mountain. And what is the Iron Gate Mountain? In the Buddhist Sutras, it's said that at the center there's Mount Meru. Around it there are 7 mountains and 8 seas. The fragrant seas, the 4 continents and 8 subcontinents. And around them, inside the one small 1,000 world, the mountains surrounding it is called the Iron Gate Mountain. And what is the Great Iron Gate Mountain? Iron Fence Mountain. So there's also the Iron Fence Mountain of the Great 1,000 world. And the seas, the oceans, the rivers, streams, springs, the sun, the moon, and the stars, the lords of the celestial palaces, the dragon palaces, and all palaces of the divinities. Oceans, rivers, streams, springs, the sun, the moon, the stars, the lords of the celestial palaces, dragon palaces, and all palaces of the divinities appeared inside the parasol. And also all the Buddhas of the 10 directions were shown to give Dharma teaching. That's huge. So the 3,000 great 1,000 worlds are all inside of it, including the celestial palaces in heavens, dragon palaces at the bottom of the oceans, and all palaces of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas all appeared inside the parasol. As such, the assembly and the Buddha giving Dharma teaching is also inside the parasol, and all the Buddhas of the 10 directions also appeared inside the parasol. So the transcendent power of Sakyamuni Buddha was truly tremendous. Not only that it encompasses the small 1,000 world, but also the great 1,000 world and the Dharma realms of the 10 directions all appeared inside the parasol. So this transcendent power was just too great. And Grand Master Lu last Saturday just manifested one parasol to cover Taiwan Lichang Temple. And now the transcendent power of Sakyamuni Buddha was truly tremendous. And the sun, the moon, and the stars. And this made me think of a song. Let me sing a song. We believe in Sakyamuni Buddha, and he manifested great transcendent power. And Grandmaster could only show a small transcendent power. But the transcendent power that Sakyamuni Buddha manifested included the sun, the moon, the stars, and the celestial palaces, the dragon palaces, and all the palaces, and all the heavenly devas are in it, and all the Buddha verses and the Buddhas of the 10 directions are all appeared inside the parasol, so all the attendees of the ceremony then could see them. The Buddha once stated that he never lied. He always spoke truthfully, and he always said one thing, just one, and not speak too much. He did not speak too much. Always, but the transcendent power that he showed was just tremendous. And Grandmaster also showed something, but that was just a very small potato. That's why we want to believe the sutras spoken by the Buddha, the Vimalakirti Sutra. We will continue in the future. Let me share a few jokes. Xiaoming said, when I was young, I had a romance that left a very deep impression. Oh, I'm so envious, the friend said. But this romance really hurt me too much. So, did she leave you? And Xiaoming said, no, because she married me. So think about it. Getting married is not necessarily a good thing, but getting married can also be good. look at Sumu has helped True Buddha School greatly. The daughter told her mom, "Today at the public bus, my dad asked me to give my seat to a beautiful lady." And mom said, "That's a good thing to give your seat away." But the daughter said, "But I was sitting on dad's laps. See, he still desires." So that's the human nature, human tendencies. So these human tendencies have to be counteracted or dealt with Buddha Dharma. Tomorrow's ceremony, right? Oh no. If you didn't say it, I would have forgotten it. That's at the Jiayi County, and that's the Gangping Sports Stadium. Tomorrow, Sunday, January 1st, 2023, at 2 p.m., organized by Fa Hua Chapter. There's no need for tickets. Everyone can come and attend. And the ceremony is the 5-color Akalanata, the immovable Vidyaraja. You know, let me tell you that my Dharma protector, my protector is Akalanata and Yamantaka. And he's helped Grandmaster greatly. Akala is my protector. And you will have many benefit by going tomorrow. Because Akalanata had made the vow that those who have met me generate bodhicitta, those who have heard of me would stop all evils and practice goodness, and those who listen to me would gain great wisdom, and those who know my mind or heart would attain Buddhahood directly. So the 5-color Akalanata held by the Fa Hua chapter, perhaps Akalanata will manifest himself tomorrow. Those who see my body will generate bodhicitta. Those who hear my name would stop all evils and do goodness. And those who listen to me will gain great wisdom. And those who know my mind would attain Buddhahood directly. Tomorrow I will talk about the mind of Akalanata. What kind of mind is the mind of Akalanata? Once you comprehend the mind of Akalanata, you will attain Buddhahood directly in this body. I remember I was in Jakarta, Indonesia once, performing the Kalachakra ceremony. I lit incense. I was holding a lit incense to invoke Kalachakra, and the smoke from the incense formed the form of Kalachakra. Kalachakra, not Yamantaka. In Indonesia, Jakarta. I was performing the Kalachakra ceremony. And when I made offering of incense, I was invoking Kalachakra. the mantra of Kalachakra, Om Ha Kamala Valaya Soha. So I close my eyes and visualize Kalachakra, and the smoke of the incense formed the image of Kalachakra. Facing each other. Kalachakra and I are facing each other. Did you see it? Yes. The smoke of the incense was very clear. The eyes, the nose, the mouth, the wrathful look of Kalachakra was appearing through this incense smoke, seen by everybody. It was truly miraculous and very marvelous. And Kalachakra also manifested the Vajra chain. And tomorrow, will Akalanata manifest? Yes. You said so. So you have to guarantee it. Okay. They will appear. So all the people here and all who hear the Dharma teaching, let's all gather together at Jiayi, at the Gangping Sports Stadium in the Jiayi city. It's indoors, right? Yes. So let's see each other tomorrow. What else I should say? And next week, there would be the Yellow Emperor Li Zhang Temple, and you have to go too. Why? Next Sunday, there would be wealth deity, which everybody loves. And second, we are all descendants of the Yan and Huang emperors. Yan referred to the Shen Nong, and Huang referred to the Huangdi, which is the Yellow Emperor. So by going to the Yellow Emperor temple, as if we are visiting or we are paying obeisance to our ancestor, because we're the Yellow Emperor's descendants, Xianyan clan. That's the only Yellow Emperor temple in the whole Taiwan. And the Yellow Emperor is the Xianyan clan, which is the ancestor of all Chinese. And at the Yellow Emperor temple, there are also wealth deities which you can bring home. As soon as the lockdowns are released, then all the wealth deities would come. And that would be held next week. Please don't miss any of the ceremonies. If you want to get rich and you miss this wealth ceremony, wealth deity ceremony, then that would be too bad. And tomorrow too, direct Buddhahood in this lifetime. That's most important. So, Om Mani Padme Hum.